Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally here on our June event, the June free event. So we could not do this on the 15th. We had to postpone it for certain. We were occupied with some things like I was occupied with the Alien Script store, and then Tam was occupied with a lot of stuff. So we finally are live right now with Tam, the one and only. He's a super busy person, the famous email marketer in the town, right? So we are gonna go over certain things and tell you guys why email marketing is important in your ecom biz. And Tam is the man. He is gonna give you guys a rundown. He has been doing this for a couple of years now. He's got numerous clients and he knows what it takes to make the most out of your ecom business when it comes to email marketing. Tam, my brother, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for inviting me. I
It's
get to
it's
speak about
it's a
my favorite
pleasure. It's a
topic,
pleasure.
which is email marketing. And yeah, hopefully I can help you student out. Sure.
Amazing, amazing. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead, let Tam share his screen. He'll go over a presentation, and then towards the end of the live, we're gonna go ahead and take any questions that we have. Right? So over to you, Tam,
Yeah.
and yeah, let's crush it.
All right. Just give me a second. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see your
Awesome.
screen, brother.
All right. Yeah. So today's topic is about like, hey, what is email marketing? So just a little bit of an intro about myself. So I'm the founder of Buzzify Boost, and like Ron said, I've been doing this for many years. And I work with numerous clients in all sorts of niches, such as like pet treats and equestrian, clothing, canvases, home furniture, and the list goes on, right? And the reason why I want to talk about the importance of email marketing is because once you understand the importance of email marketing, you pay more attention to it. Because a lot of business owners, I realized and I've come across, they don't really pay much attention to email marketing. So that's a problem because most of the profit lies in the back end, right, with email marketing. So these are some of the results I've gotten from my clients. So you got at 0%, and within 3 months, we're able to generate him 51%. Another one here is like 53% and 31%. So yeah. So this is the importance. So like I said, most of the profit lies in the back end. And I've seen this time again with my clients is that, you know, big revenue is impressive, right? Like we've seen it before. Um, like there's people who are making a lot of revenue. Like I ran an e-commerce store back in 2019 and I was making multi six figures within 7 months. Well, those are just big numbers, but I wasn't really profitable. It's because I didn't really focus on the back end, right? And so, yeah, I seen it from my clients, like we're able to generate, for example, one of my clients, 60% from email marketing alone. And that's like just a lot of profit because you're not spending on advertising costs, right? And it's the stats show that for every dollar you spend on email marketing, you'll make $42 back. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? Like if you see that in Facebook ads, you have a 4,200, return on investment. That's pretty good. And yeah, you can expect 20 to 60% revenue from email marketing. It really depends on the industry, on the product. For example, if you have many products that you can promote in email marketing, then the revenue from email marketing would increase with that. So not only will you increase your revenue from email marketing, you also improve your brand presence, right? So the more people see your emails, right, the more familiar they are to your brand, right? And so this is a cognitive bias called mirror exposure effect. So the more someone sees something, the more they have a preference for it. So the more they see your brand, and also with emails, the special thing about email is that you can educate your customers. So not only are you making more money, but you're also having more of an educated audience, right? that the more they learn about your brand, the more they become loyal to your brand and become repeat customers. And the next point would be, probably heard it before, that it requires around 7 to 12 touch points to make a sale. And you can do an omni-channel presence. I mean, with marketing, that's one of the best ways, is that you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have TikTok, right? If they see your brand 7 to 12 times, more likely to make a sale. But with email marketing, you can reduce your ad costs because, for example, if someone sees your ad and then they go through a checkout page and then they abandon checkout, let's say you have a checkout abandonment flow set up and you have like 3 to 5 emails, right? Then they would see, let's say they see emails 3 times out of that flow. Then that's already 3 touch points. So you don't have to continuously retarget them through Facebook ads, right? Because that would cost money. But with email marketing, you can just send a lot of emails and that's a lot of touch point that you cover. So the next thing would be, you're also building your greatest asset, which is your email list. So if you ever decide to make an exit, right, you make a lot of sales, because I'm pretty sure you get there with Ron's help, because Ron's an expert, he's done this, made millions of dollars, right? So if you decide to make an exit, this is what investors pay the most attention to, because an email list is really reliable, which comes to the next point, compared to, it's very consistent and very reliable compared to other marketing channels. That's because, with Facebook, there's a lot of bans. I'm sure you come across that one before, Facebook bans, and there's a lot of algorithm changes that might impact your sales, right? But with email list, there's not many changes. And with the changes, you can easily adapt to it and it wouldn't affect your sales that much. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things. And with the email list, everyone who signs up to your email list, they are interested in your brand, right? And your cheapest customers is your existing customers. And the investors know this, so that's why they pay a lot of attention to this email list. Yeah, so the first step to understanding email marketing, the most important thing with email marketing, you should know this before sending any emails out or any flows, right, is to understand email deliverability. So this is the most important thing, I have to emphasize that. It's the most important thing with email marketing because it directly impacts your revenue. So if you look at the graph here, or this diagram here, so email deliverability is about where your emails land. So does it land in inbox? Does it land in your promotions? Does it land in the worst of all, spam or the undelivered, right? But if your email deliverability is good, then more people will see your emails, right? And then your open rates will increase. So as your CTR plus place order rates. So here's a diagram that helps you better understand it. So let's go through this. For example, your e-commerce business here. If you have good email deliverability, more people will see your emails, right? So you have more eyeballs. And then with that, you would have more money. And then you're growing every month, right? But let's say your competitors have bad email deliverability. Only just a few will see that email and then they'll make less money. And then they're just confused of, why they don't have much customers. So, and vice versa, if your email deliverability is bad, you're not going to be seen much. Even if you have the most valuable emails, even if your products are better than everyone else, even if you know that you can help your customers much more than your competitors, if no one's going to see your emails, no one's going to buy from you. So that's why this is so important. Here's another example. So let's say you have good deliverability and you have a 40,000 email list of subscribers. And let's say with that list, you send a campaign or something and you make 100 grand, right? But on the other hand, if you have bad deliverability and you have the same amount of lists, same amount of people sending same amount of the same emails, you're going to generate $40,000. And so the only difference here is email deliverability. So the next question you might ask me, like, how can you improve email deliverability? So there's many ways you can do that, and this might look overwhelming. You can screenshot this and be aware of it. But these are the most important things. So you should authenticate your domain with SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. So this is a new update. This is what inbox providers want for you to do. So you do this to avoid the spam box. So it makes you seem like a legitimate sender. It's quick to set up as well. So if you need any help with this, just let me know. Next thing would be list cleaning. So list cleaning is key. So what you want to avoid is to send to unengaged profiles, right? Because if you send to unengaged profiles, they're not going to open your emails. That would reduce your open rates, which will affect your deliverability and sending reputation. And like the people who don't want to see emails would possibly mark you as spam, which is the worst thing for impacting your sending reputation negatively. Next thing would be micro segmentation. So you want to send to the most engaged people for opposite reasons, right? Like you want them to open their emails. These people are more likely to open emails, click your emails, engage with the emails, and boost your deliverability. Other best practices, make sure you add an unsubscribe option in your emails and your physical address. Make sure your subject line is aligned with your content in the email. You definitely don't want to, do something like a clickbait, like you see in YouTube, right? So if you're saying, hey, you win a free phone, but you're talking about why furniture is so good, like it doesn't make sense. And inbox service providers don't like that. You want to make sure your links are good and your old image text is also there. And with this one, email curse words. So this is something I notice a lot of business owners, they make this mistake, right? Because like inbox service providers have certain filters that if you say certain words, they would filter your email into spam. And you can search this on Google. You can search up email curse words 2024, and there's a long list. So examples of words is deal, free, and sale. But you can break the rule in certain situations. So with one of my clients, during the Black Friday, we use certain of these words. We use these words, so it would hurt our reputation a bit, but you would generate a lot more sales. So you want to use these words sparingly. Don't do it every email like I've seen many other brands do. And you also definitely want to create engaging emails, right? Because when you create engaging emails, more people are likely to open your emails. They look forward to reading your emails. So there's many different types of emails that you can create, like giveaway, or like doing surveys, or interesting product specific emails. And there's a lot you can do here. Make sure your emails are personalized, personalized journey. And yeah, make sure you don't send too many emails or send too less emails. And the next thing is tracking metrics. So to make sure your email deliverability is good, you have to track your metrics. So we're going to talk more about this in the future, but mostly it's about the open rates, spam, and unsubscribes. And getting started with email marketing. So this is my steps before I work with every client. So first of all, I create the pop-up because you want to create a pop-up as soon as possible because you're spending money on the traffic, right? Your hard-earned money on this traffic. And so you want to take advantage of it as soon as possible. So you create a pop-up, you can split test the incentive on the pop-up or split test it with the pop-up in the welcome flow. Typically, the second one performs better because it would help your sending reputation. Since in order for them to get the coupon, they would have to open the email, right? Which boosts your open rates, click rates, and place order rates. The next step is that I'll create the 5 fundamental flows, which is the welcome flow, add to cart flow, checkout abandonment flow, browser abandonment flow, and thank you flow. So for these flows, I would suggest around 3 to 5 emails. But if your emails are performing well, then you can create more emails. The next step I would take is create engaged and unengaged segments. So this is for the campaigns. You want to send to the most engaged and exclude the unengaged segments. You exclude them in the beginning, but if your sending reputation is good, then you can slowly bring them in and turn them into engaged. And I would start with 2 to 3 emails per week and adjust based on the results. So if I send 3 emails per week and the open rate is good, then I possibly might increase it. But if it is bad, then I would have to reduce the emails. And with every single day, I would also perform data list clean to make sure your list is filled with engaged profiles. So these are the email benchmarks. Over here, you can see like the average. So the open rate is around 40%. Click-through rate is around 1.5%, and the place order rate is 0.09%. I wouldn't pay too much attention with place order rate because your product pages would affect that, your offer, right? But just look at it briefly. Like if it's extremely low, then there's a problem there.
Damn.
It could be.
Damn. I'll just interrupt in a bit. These benchmarks, they would include only in the core 4 countries. Is that right?
Can you say that again?
I'm saying these benchmarks, they would include only for the core 4 countries, right?
These are just average. Yes, it's just the average overall.
Okay.
In klaviyo.
Okay.
They don't specify it. No.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So what I aim for is for open rates to be above 40%, click-through rates above 2%, unsubscribe rates below 0.3%, spam complaints below 0.01%, and bounce rate below 1%. And like I said earlier, spam complaints is the biggest thing, so you want to watch out for that. And yeah, so that's it. And if you have any questions, this is the time.
Amazing. That was massive value out there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hopefully I think I took over time.
So I'll ask all my audience, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead, drop in any questions that you have for Tam out here. Right? We'll put this live post up as the live up as a post in our Facebook group. So if you want, you can drop in your questions later as well if you're like watching the replay, right? But definitely reach out to Tam if you want a little extra push with your email marketing, because like I said at the beginning of this live, he is the man. He is the go-to when it comes to running email marketing for your e-commerce business. Right? With that being said, let me go ahead and see if we have any questions as of now. Okay, I don't see anything yet. Nothing on my Instagram live as well. So Tam, apparently they are going to reach out to us when we have our when we put this up as a post, and then they see the replay. So amazing
Okay.
stuff, Tam. So thank you so much for joining in. Massive value as well, right? So if you want, you can just go ahead and explain a little bit about Buzzify and how Buzzify can help our clients out as well.
Sure. So my main purpose is to help my clients boost their profits through email marketing. So I help them reach, well, the goal is to make 30% of their sales from email marketing within 30 days. And so that's pretty much the whole gist of it. I will help all sorts of e-commerce stores. I'm working with business coaches as well. Like you probably see them on YouTube, they're very popular. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Amazing. So guys, reach out to Tam if you need that extra push on email marketing. And amazing live as always, guys. And thank you, Tam, once again. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, we'll see you guys very soon again. And Tam, thank you again. All right then.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. We
Yeah,
can definitely do this again in the future.
definitely 100%.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll see you very soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Yeah.